Hey everybody, it's Roger from Roger's Reviews, and today I'm going to be discussing locksmith. This is a locksmith that I found over Google, locksmiths near me, Orange Park, Florida, and they're the ones that came out and programmed my Nissan Leaf key fobs. Two guys came out. They were in a little Nissan NV2000, which is like the basically Nissan Leaf van in Europe, but they don't have the EV version here yet, which would be nice because I'd like to have one. But anyway, about a year ago, my key fob on my Nissan Leaf started acting up. I bought a used one, and they only gave me one key fob with the car. I've had multiple people use my car. It's been a shop car. It's been back and forth to Napa car. So I've probably had, I don't know, half a dozen people use this key fob, and it finally broke. Also too, I was working with it, and I have a lanyard that I actually put around my neck, and I was keeping it under my shirt, and so I think the moisture from that perspiration probably got to it, because if you take this apart, you can actually see where the condensation, or you just take a knife or something and you just pop it open, and you can, there's a little button on the back, you can actually press it outwards and pull out, and there's your emergency key in case your battery dies, or for some reason you can't get in the car with the key fob, which that was my case. My key fob no longer worked, so I was actually having to use my emergency key to lock and unlock the doors. And here is the internal parts of the key fob. And you can see that white condensation that has been basically ruined the key fob there. And he pointed that out to me. Yeah, you got this wet. And so these are not watertight. They're water resistant, but they're not watertight. And then of course the battery is a CWTWTWB1U840. That's what it requires to replace the battery, a watch battery. So I ordered some key fobs offline because I went to the dealership and they didn't seem like they wanted to help. And then they gave me someone's phone number that I called a few times. I really didn't get in contact with. It was hard to track the guy down because he kind of like went from dealership to dealership, and he wasn't in Orange Park, but maybe once every 6 months. And I was really wanting to get another key fob, and I had the car loaned out. And another secret too is if your key fob fails and you only have one, you can actually use the emblem on Nissan. If you take this emblem and push it against the start button and put your foot on the brake, you can actually get your car to operate. And this is how we've been operating this car for quite a few months. And of course, when I got the car back, it was such a pain to lock and unlock the car. Like, your hands would be full, and then you'd have to, pull the key fob out, try to get the key out, try to unlock the doors. So I decided to go ahead and purchase some key fobs. And just to give you a size, this is the key fob for Tesla Model Y or Model 3. So it's almost the exact same size. It's really close. So that's the size of the Tesla key fob. Of course, I stuck a little sticker on it because there's no place to put a keychain, or because I like to keep these around my neck, or I like to keep some type of loop or hang them up. This little car for Tesla, it'd be really easy to lose, especially as black. So I put a blue hook on it, and super glued it to the back. That way it's a little harder to lose and a little easier to keep track of. So they don't have a app to locate this device yet, so that would be good. So I purchased these off of Amazon, and they were like $72 a piece. Recently I looked, and you can get them for as little as like $34 a piece. But either way, it's a lot less expensive than the dealership, and they come already with the, of course, the chips and everything inside. And I believe they even have the battery, but I always like to buy a few extra batteries anyway. They're pretty inexpensive. So we do locksmith at gmail.com. They came out, two guys came out and programmed my key fob, actually both of them, and also they were able to cut the keys as well. So now I have two backup, or actually I got my old backup key, and I have two brand new key fobs with backup keys that actually work now. So now I've got a total spare perfect key fob that I've never had before. So the cost was $120, and they programmed both key fobs for me. It only took about 15 minutes. And they charged me $20 a piece to cut the keys, which was a little expensive. I know I could have probably went somewhere else and got it cheaper, but I just went ahead and spent the money and got everything done at once. And then also too, when I purchased my mom's Nissan Leaf, which she's never had a problem with her key fob, I went ahead and purchased an additional one for her. And so we went over, and luckily she just got home, and we were able to program her key fob. I bought 3, and so now we both have 2 working key fobs and 2 spare keys for a Nissan Leaf. The total bill with everything for the programming and the key cutting was around $270, which again, it might be a little bit high, but I think it was worth it just to get everything done and everything out of the way, and both of us to have a spare key. And then of course I had to pay for the key fobs through Amazon, so I think it was around $150 for 3 key fobs, which again, you can get cheaper, but I went ahead and got the ones with the best reviews. I wanted to make sure that I got ones that worked off Amazon, so I probably spent a little more than you had to, but for the extra, I figure extra $50-$60, it was worth that peace of mind, and knowing that I got something that was going to work. And then also too, that would have been a waste of time for the locksmith to come out to basically program something that didn't work. So it worked, everything worked out, and I just have a shout out for We Do Locksmith. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll also leave a link in the description of where I bought the key fobs on Amazon, and then I'll also leave a link for some of the cheaper ones I've found. So you can expect to pay anywhere from $30 to $70 per key fob, and then you can expect to pay around $120 to have them programmed. And I think if you're going to have them programmed, go ahead and have all the cars and all the key fobs there, because I think they will program the second key fob basically for free or at a minimum charge. So anyway, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews on the Nissan Leaf key fob programming. Everything worked out. I'm happy. The next step in the process, the person I loaned the car to broke the door handle. I guess it finally came apart, and the little button, the lock and unlock mechanism, the little piece fell out. I had to zip tie the handle. The button still works, but the actual button that you press, the part that sticks out, the little oval, got lost when the handle fell apart. So I don't think I can buy that individual piece. If I could, I could just stick the button back in there, and I could super glue or glue the handle together and zip tie it till it dried, but I'm gonna have to replace the whole entire handle. So I already got it on Amazon. Again, it was like, I don't know, I can't remember, it was probably around $70 or something like that. So I got to take the interior part of the door off, and then I have to unbolt and disconnect the electrical. I think there's 2 or 3 wires that go to the door handle. Hopefully I'll be able to remove everything and replace everything without breaking anything else. I have one more option. I'm gonna go online and see if I can just get that button, but I think the remanufactured ones don't come apart the same, so I might be stuck replacing the whole the whole handle instead of just the button. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this review, please crush the like button and subscribe. Appreciate all you guys listening out there. We're finally over 1 million views, and we're pushing 2,000 subscribers, so I do appreciate it, and we will see you on the next one. Take care and God bless.